Hello everybody and welcome back to Maisie's Garden. I have a message for you. We are doing a Zodiac series where it's just what does Spirit want you to know? It's just kind of like what you need to know right now. I'm using two oracles. I'm using the Celestial Fortune Oracle that I'm obsessed with right now and my Moon Dreaming deck and just getting messages that comes out. This is going to be for Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius and your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or North Node sign, the message may resonate for you. If it doesn't resonate, please go check the other signs of your chart. If that doesn't resonate, the message just may not be for you this time, and that's okay. If you have Sagittarius anywhere else in your chart and you feel like this message resonates with you, it may be for you, but what I don't want you to do is to make anything fit where it really doesn't truly fit, okay? I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I hope you take the first step to becoming well again. Reach out to somebody you trust. Talk to them. Okay, guys? All right. I love you. I want you to be well. Just take the first step. All right, Saggies. Let's see what kind of messages come out. Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know during this time? What does Sagittarius need to know during this time? Okay. Anything else? Oh, wow, okay. I see. All right, Sag. You could have Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio placements. You could also have Taurus placements in your chart somewhere. You could have a Capricorn Saturn, an Aquarius Saturn, a Scorpio Saturn, or a Taurus Saturn. You could have a Capricorn... Oh, no, you could have a Capricorn Uranus, an Aquarius Uranus, a Scorpio Uranus, a Taurus Uranus, a Sagittarius Uranus. Same thing with Saturn. You could have a Sagittarius Saturn. You could have a Capricorn Pluto, an Aquarius Pluto, Scorpio Pluto, Sag or Taurus Pluto as well. Even though those would be much rarer, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, Sag. There's a lot going on here. Somebody's going through a major death and rebirth right now. Somebody has had a really great and huge opportunity for healing a very deep and emotional wound that may have caused a lot of deep insecurities. Somebody could be reaching 50 years old as well. There could be like a 50 could be a number that could be present. Number 10, 8, 11, 10, 8, 10, 11, if we're going to go chronologically, could also be significant for somebody. Like somebody could be born on the 8th or the 10th or the 11th. Oh boy, yeah, there's some pretty big stuff happening within for you, Sagittarius. Not only is of this healing that's happening, because I have, so the Aquarius card's here and that's the Star card, okay? I have Scorpio here and that's the Death card. I have Chiron here, which is Temperance and Hierophant, okay? I have the Waning Crescent, which is the High Priestess, and then I have the Capricorn at the bottom of the deck, which is the Devil card. There was some type of toxicity, negative habit, pattern, addiction, obsession, low vibration, just thing that was attached to you, is kind of what I'm getting. and it caused a lot of pain. There was a deep wound, and darkness was able to get in through this wound. And so extreme deep healing needed to happen. What is happening though is you're going through some type of serious transformation. It's a huge death and rebirth. It's healing things to the core is kind of what I'm getting here. And the way that your intuition is going to kick on, nobody is going to be able to really see past you. Having Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Sag placements, if that's all in your chart, is crazy. That's a crazy amount of powerful energy. That's a lot of the last half of the zodiacs, which hold their own different types of power within the zodiac signs. So just wild. There's something about a lot of patience and a lot of wisdom that's coming out of this. This feels like a diamond forming. There's been a lot of pressure. This feels like there's been a lot of cleansing. It's like, going from a rough stone to a tumbled stone. This feels like what was once sandpaper is now smooth. That's really what this feels like. Someone's gone through it and they're almost done. They're almost done. You may have taken a very different approach in your healing, or are taking a different approach. It may not be quite the normal way people go and do healing. You know what I mean? So to me, this is kind of giving me you going and, doing some esoteric stuff, becoming extremely spiritual, tapping into different religions, different modalities and ways to heal yourself, and not doing it just in what they consider a traditional way, just going to therapy or just getting put on medication or something along those lines. This is taking a very different and eccentric approach, and it's very unique to you and what you do. And it's not something that you're telling everybody, or you're just kind of keeping it private. Most people don't really know what it is that you're doing, but they can tell you're doing something because there's a major change happening within you. And because it's happening within you, your energetic field and the outside of you is also changing. You are going to have a lot of self-assurance and self-confidence on the other side of this. A lot. You're going to feel very much more disciplined and principled. There will be a lot more patience. And a very quiet power. There's going to be a subtle strength about you. Something that people can tell is just waiting under the surface to be unleashed. You may not show everybody this. You may end up becoming extremely passionate about a humanitarian approach or something within that field. You may become very passionate or borderline obsessive over it, and become something where you get really deep into it. It's like falling completely down a rabbit hole and really becoming immersed in this. But what you are good at is planning. What you are good at is being structured. What you are good at is being strategic. So there's a lot going on. People may not understand the moves that you're making because they're not meant to. The bigger picture will make much more sense. The little moves don't make sense, even though you know what you're doing and you know how you're building it up. It may not make sense to the outside person. It may look a little chaotic. It may look a little weird, or you may tear things down to build them up and people don't understand that, right? People usually are so scared of things falling apart because they cling on to that for comfort, the routine, the familiar, right? To feel safe and secure, even if it's a false sense of security. To me, this is you having absolutely no problem tearing things down when they're not working and then rebuilding. You may have been torn down at some point in your life, right? That caused this deep emotional wound, but there's a serious healing that's happening within this time over this wound, over everything. I'd be pressed to say, I even dare to say that you would your energy is going to be completely different after this whole transformation takes place. Not that you're going to be unrecognizable. You're just going to be so different energetically. Like, you're no longer deeply insecure. You're no longer hiding in the shadows. You're no longer engaging in negative behaviors. You know what I mean? It's like taking your power back and really having a good sense of self. You and your intuition will be extremely strong. You may even start getting like hits and messages and, you know, divine guidance and just like all these inspirations and aha moments to invent something or come up with a new way of doing something. I think you're going to unlock a very driven and assertive side of yourself that you didn't know that you had because it was buried under insecurities. From whatever this wound, this Chiron wound that you are about to go across. Okay, this is going to be crazy there's a couple people in my life, very close people, who will understand this. Chiron's symbol looks like this. Looks like a K and an O. Almost like a weird key if you were to turn it sideways, but KO. So I'm going to have to send this to a couple of Saggies that I know that have KO in their name. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Sagittarius reading, please. Spirit, tell me more about what's going on here. Jeez. People are going to be very attracted to you out of nowhere. It says hardest times lead to the greatest visions or wisdom. Ooh, visions too. Maybe you'll start having visions. Or this might be like the downloaded guidance that Spirit's going to be giving to you. You may have, I'm telling you, you've gone through some type of serious hardship where you have felt very much like it's been barren. It has been left out in the cold. You are at a desolate area. Things have been very hard. Things have been hard. We have 2 fixed signs out here. So this transformation that's going to happen may not have felt comfortable when it started, okay? Fixed signs tend to get into a routine, right? They like their routine. They like their familiarity. But what I'm getting out of this is much needed, and you have to allow. You have to allow. Yeah, it says don't let fear rob you of your power. You have to have the courage. You're reaching your full potential. Spiritual ones, radiance. So I'm saying there's going to be a glow up. You are going to, again, step into this type of power that has always been there, but it was masked underneath a lot of pain, hurt, heartache, wounds that you've gone through because you had gone through some really hard times. Have a lot of wisdom now, or it will be turning into wisdom. Waxing, is this waxing crescent? Oh my God, we have 2 waxing crescents out here. When is the next? Okay, so if I pause this and go, it'll stop the video. You need to go look to see when the next waxing crescent is, which means heading towards a full moon. I think we're heading towards, currently right now, we're heading towards a new moon. Yes, because we just had a full moon, so we're heading towards a new moon. So everything's waning right now, but waxing is building. Okay, so this is building towards the full moon. So after this new moon, so in a couple of weeks, you may start seeing the changes. You may start seeing the actual like results of these changes that have been happening within you. It says the current energies are on your side. Rebuilding. I told you, someone's tore everything down to rebuild it again. And you're going to start seeing the rewards, kind of reaping what you sow, and it's going to start in 2 weeks. Like once we hit that new moon, a waxing crescent is just a sliver of it being big. So right after the new moon, while we're moving into going towards the first quarter of the moon phase, within that time, you're going to start seeing a change. You're going to start seeing the results of the change, the transformation that you've been going through. Accept the temporary nature of everything. That's what I'm saying. Wherever you're at right now is not where you're going to be. This is not someplace that you're staying. You're going through, like you're in that, you know how a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly? You're still in the chrysalis of the, of the cocoon, and you're still in the transforming into butterfly from the goo phase, okay? So where you are right now is not going to be where you are forever. And so do not, it's almost like don't even put roots down, because it's not where you're going to be staying. Definitely not. Someone may really like unicorns. Quicksilver, which is a superhero, maybe significant, or maybe you need to go look into Quicksilver's storyline through like the comics and stuff like that. You may find some things within their story that either resonates with you or teaches you something, or you learn something. You may have experienced nightmares recently as well. I'm also kind of getting My Little Pony, and I don't know why. Well, nightmare. I know that one other thing I think is like, I don't know, getting My Little Pony and like the nightmare. Mare as in a horse, a female horse. Okay. You're going to, from the new moon to the full moon, within that 2-week span of time, you're going to start seeing changes happen. For sure. The new moon's coming up. I don't know the exact date. I think it's the 21st of October, I think. Or somewhere in and around there. So, from then to wherever the full moon is, which would probably be towards the end to beginning of October. Last half of October, which is Scorpio season, you may start seeing a lot of changes through Scorpio season, Aquarius season, Capricorn season, and even your season, Sagittarius. Okay? Do not let fear take anything from you. Really working on that, working on taking your power back, being grounded, and really like setting your intentions so that you know what you want, right? And then being confident in that and not letting any kind of old insecurities stop you from doing anything that you're meant to be doing, because this transformation is huge that's happening within your life, within you. It's a big transformation. It's a really big transformation. This may have even been like, the way that this is playing out may have been very strategic setup by Spirit, by the universe, so that you're able to maximize your potential in a major way. because you're about to reach some type of full potential. Like, you're not even in your final form, Sag. Like, that's what you need to know. You're not even in your final form. All right, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I love you so very much. Good luck. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Comment, let me know how you liked it, if it resonated. If it didn't, go check the other signs of your chart. I'll see you soon. Bye.